What is going on, YouTube? We are back with a brand new video, and we're back with another deck profile from the boy, Keat.
That's me.
Keat, we're back. So, if you guys didn't check out the last video, Keat topped at the regional, or top 32. You got
top
23rd.
32 at the Baton Rouge regional.
Top 32. His final placing was 23rd, but today we're coming out with you because he just won a new type challenge and went 4-0. And what'd you play?
Red, white, Neo, Zeong.
So, 4-0, undefeated, got himself the Lupus. And so I thought today would be bringing you guys a deck profile of his red-white. What's the technical title of his deck? Is it just red-white Neo Zeong or?
Oh, this is in my list builder as Kiwi.
Kiwi.
Because every time I would go back and forth, I'd be messing with it, and I kept typing like RWNZ, and NZ is like New Zealand.
Oh, so I just for the Kiwi. Okay.
So I just got tired of doing that, so I was like, you know what, Kiwi. It's
Kiwi.
just Kiwi.
Okay.
So it's in my, I call it Kiwi,
but it is red white.
It is a red white.
Neo Zeong.
Red white, focusing on Neo Zeong, tribal, that sort of stuff.
Yep.
So.
First official new type win too, right?
Yep.
The first one. So funny enough, because you guys don't know, we are teammates. I was rocking the first NTC win for a while, and now Keat finally got his. So super sick that we're gonna bring a deck profile for the peeps. So if you guys like this kind of video, make sure you drop a like, make sure you subscribe, and let's go ahead and just jump into this. So before we get into the actual deck profile, just real quick, so it was 4 rounds. Right. So I think there was only like 25 players or something like that.
So a little bit of a smaller new type, just numbers wise. So it was only 4 rounds. However, 2 of my opponents have 1 new types. So 50%.
One of them being me.
One of them being
we had to play each other.
We had a team kill, and I got it. I was the better man that day.
Yeah.
But one of my second round opponent has won, I think, more than 5. Just a local ringer, strong player, and my personal nemesis. I had never beaten him in a tournament round.
So small new type, but it was small but mighty. There was a lot of like really good players,
There were some strong players. It was still strong players.
Yeah. Okay. And then just real fast, let's run it down. What were your 4 matchups? What were your rounds?
Honestly, I could not have drawn this story up like any better. Right. This is like storybook stuff. So first round was blue white O. See, in the video was the last deck I played. So the first deck I play against was my old deck.
Yep.
Beat it very handily.
Blue white O.
Blue white O. Round 1. Round 2 was Blurple, standard Blurple, and then round 3 was Bloopus.
Bloopus, who dis? Yep.
Your boy TAUXINS. And then round 4 was a red-white mirror match, right?
Ooh,
so it was not necessary. It wasn't the same style of red-white, right? But it was still a red-white kind of later game deck.
Yeah. So you basically had like a good mix-up of like mid-range aggro. Like you basically saw everything.
It feels like you can take on all comers. Right?
4 rounds and you saw kind of one of everything.
Right. Exactly.
We'll have to tell the story about this too. But in our match, I think by level 5, I got him down to a base with no shields. Like
there was definitely a moment. Yeah,
it was not an easy game. No. So
there was a moment I was definitely dead to an Amuro.
Yeah, as the story goes.
As foretold.
Go ahead and obviously get into the spicy stuff, and let's get into the actual deck profile. All right, now getting into the actual deck list, deck profile. Keat, go ahead and take it away.
All right, so let's get into the actual stuff. We'll kind of go through kind of the packages. Again, we kind of talked about this like the last time I did the profiles. Is generally how I'm thinking about the deck, adjusting things in groups of cards. Probably no surprise. We got 4 close combat, 3 battle of aces. Not 4, not anything. Notably absent improved technique. So this is kind of it as far as direct damage. Well, there's just a slight adjustment to the list we'll cover later, but this is mainly it.
With the current meta, especially with new cards like Silver Bullet, you got like the new Rid-A pilot that makes it to where like damage is decreased by 2. You got a lot of like damage reduction. Like there's a lot of anti-ping that came out in GDO4. So is there any, like, were you worried about that at all? Was there, I mean, obviously you're still playing 7 cards that do ping damage specifically, so obviously it'll handle things like aggro and everything, but were you thinking about those other like mid-range to high-end decks that play anti-ping?
The way I figured it is, and we're going to get to that in a second because I'm utilizing that also to a degree, but the way I was thinking about it was that a lot of the direct damage is there for aggro, and aggro really doesn't have the option to include that stuff. I don't think anybody's out here really running a really fast white Riddy list, or they're not including Silver Bullet in their aggro list, that sort of stuff. So if they're slower, I've got some stuff I can do against like a deck that's heavily featuring blockers and that sort of stuff. I'm looking for different cards that's just not for this matchup, right? But it is also a lot lower on the count, right? We're not, like I said, there's no improved technique, only 3 Battle of Aces, right? So we are kind of respecting the fact that it's there, and I'm probably gonna want some room for other things. Probably gonna add in 2 Overwhelming Pressure here. But this is the only edit I'm making to the list right now, just because 4 I think is a very relevant number. And it hits a lot of stuff. Again, I said no improved technique. No improved technique misses a lot, and this misses a lot less at the cost of not bursting. So this is the only edit I'm making to the list. We're gonna put it off to the side, or this is actually in the list now, and we'll talk about the card that's coming out for it later.
Okay.
Probably no one's surprised. 4 Overflow. A lot of times I am playing Overflow. I'm holding on to these because I'm in red-white. There is no.
It's a late game card for you.
There is no inherent card advantage in red-white. My red-white, this deck is getting advantage on the board. You're gonna bleed cards to the ping. You're gonna bleed cards to me, like killing a guy and living, all of that. And Overflow is there to make sure I see the cards I need, but I don't know what I need yet. We're in white. As much as it pains me to say, we do got to run some blockers. There's some good new ones though. This is probably gonna be a lot lighter on the blockers than most people are used to though. Even compared to what I was playing in like the blue-white O stuff. I mean, no one's surprised. 4 Lifrith.
Standard 2/4 blocker.
I can't wait till we get to make more interesting choices about this. However, it is just the most amount of health on the board you can get for 2 striker pack.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 is just my taste. You can probably find 3 if you got the room for it. There's a lot of times where I really do want a blocker to slow you down once I've stabilized late. Now the next card coming up is what I really want to see for that, because man, is this card the best security blanket I have played in so long. Oh my gosh, Silver Bullet.
3 Silver Bullets.
3 Silver Bullet. 4 seems like a little bit much due to the curve. There's other level 5s we want to play as well.
Yeah.
So at level 5, no Ale Strike, no nothing. I want you to not kill this.
Yep.
Good blocker.
Yeah. Good blocker.
These cards are why I am in red-white specifically, because every single one of these cards, in a pretty direct way, is an answer to your active units. Is that a problem in standing up? I can shoot it. I can make you not turn it sideways. This is all this deck is for. A control deck must answer the question, what are you doing about active units late game? Right? Early game, we're gonna have some back and forth. We're gonna be kind of swinging, kind of duking it out. What happens when they go dude late in the game? We're on like level 8. We're starting to get tapped out of resources. How are you answering that? That is the question you really have to answer.
Yeah.
Red-white has the most, everything in red and white answers active units. Blue half partially answers active units in that Armor O can turn things sideways. The O can turn things sideways. However, you still need something to answer the unit. Blue only gives you the option to answer it. It is now it just solves the active problem. You still need something to deal with the unit.
Yeah.
So red and white directly deal with the unit in self-contained cards. So 4 bases, Rulula,
Okay.
Uula.
Uula.
The ping damage is a great setup. One of the things I will do early game is I will kind of let you chip away, maybe take the EX base, hit me once in the shields. Probably around level 4, level 5, I'll go Rulula and Battle of Aces, Rulula, run it at something. Just take a guy away, set up the base. I do also want to see this pretty late as well. So if I can get away with it, I try not to do that. I try not to, but I can still also definitely help stabilize you in the mid game. I mean, I don't know how to explain why bases is good.
Yeah.
But
Pretty standard.
should be fairly conservative with them. I usually try to play like 1 early to mid game, and if I see another one or I pick up one off of it, I am really trying to hang on to this until I've got 1 life or no life. Probably got to be a little brave to run this deck. Maybe not for the faint of heart.
Yeah.
But if you are good at not dying, maybe this is your deck, because you got to survive a while for the late game. So,
especially with aggro just being so prevalent,
Yeah.
and this deck not really turning on until like level 4, level 5.
Yeah,
You know, by then, against aggro, you could be dead turn 3, turn 4.
Yeah, you got to be very careful with it. Sometimes you do got to be very brave and put your faith in your shields. We can talk about that with the mulligan strategy again, maybe. But a lot of times, if I don't see a close combat, I just kind of believe that it's in the shields.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking for it. I'm mulliganing generally for that, just to slow him down. If I'm going 1 for 1, kill your guy. I spent a card. That's a lie. That is a shield I'm saving. Yeah. Right. So I think this one's not really going to be a surprise if we're in Neo Zeong. We got 4 baby Ks, small Kshatriya, right? Can't really, this stat line is just so strong. 2 cost for 3/4 links with Cyber New type, which is kind of what we're going with. Every pilot in the deck is a Cyber New type. So if you have a pilot, it links with baby Kshatriya. Yeah, guaranteed. And of course, if we're going Kshatriya,
Mama Kshatriya.
Cannot forget the queen herself, Big Kshatriya.
Yep, and man, that double ping is just so big sometimes.
So relevant, so strong.
Especially in a meta against aggro.
Yep, just between these two, you always want to see this.
Yep.
Always want to see this one.
And you know what? In our game, and it felt like in the other games, it felt like you were playing 37 Meritas because, like, it really found you. Your Merida link was insane.
Merida was there. It was fine. I don't run 37. I run 25.
Okay.
Yeah. 37 was a little much.
Balance.
Right.
Don't want to see too many.
Right. And we're going to get into the top end here. It's another reason why we are in the list here. We got 3 Sinanju. Sinanju, super strong. See it here. This is my hero, Sinanju. Signed it on the back.
Judge?
Judge. Marked card.
Marked card?
This specific Sinanju linked on level 6 and swung for the rest of the game in the finals. Ended the game almost single-handedly.
How many? So what? How many swings did you get off with it? 3?
We made it all the way to Neo Zeong on the board. So
oh, wow. So at least 3 or 4 swings.
3-4 swings. Just
part
stayed
Sinanju.
Just kept swinging a Sinanju, and we played Protect the King. Queen Kshatriya, King Sinanju, just protect the king and high maneuver on a 7/6 body. Just
dude, high maneuver. Strong. So first off, in a meta that's either aggro or blockers, so it can't be blocked, and then you've got the free 2 damage on top of that. Like, that is just so much value and so insane. And it's almost to a point, where you plan things like your close combat and your battle of aces and your Lola, you're putting damage on things. You kind of force your opponent to, like, use their creatures and, like, swing and attack in an instance, even if they don't want to, because they're like, well, he has a Sinanju on board. I have to attack with this guy, because if I don't, it's just dead anyways.
This starts the clock.
It forces
100%.
plays.
Yeah. And if you can't answer it, you just die or you blow up. It's a great way to seal off the game against aggro.
Yeah.
Right? So I mentioned, you asked the relevant question, why all this burn in a meta with
anti-burn?
Anti-burn. Finally, we have effect with damage reduction.
Right.
Why are you running effect damage now? Well, I want the effect damage versus aggro. Aggro can't afford to really
run anti-ping.
Right. But this is the card I want to see against people running anti-ping.
Yeah.
How's your Silver Bullet look against this, by the way?
Right, exactly.
In the finals of the new type, again, there's a red-white mirror. He had a Silver Bullet on board.
And Sinanju was just flying over him saying,
Sinanju was fine. Sinanju hit you in the base, 2 damage. You only have the Silver Bullet? Fine.
Sure.
You take no damage.
But it's not like you're going to swing your Silver Bullet at my Sinanju either.
Silver Bullet's not going to stand up to this either.
Yeah.
So.
And if they do decide to trade their blockers into Sinanju, you're still creating that value because now all your ground units can get through. So it's like
whatever else I had in the way is going to be great. The big boy himself, 3 Neo Zeong.
Yep.
In the games I've played with this testing, 3 seemed to be the right number to just give the option. You're going to see it by level 9. You're going to see 1. If you see 2, if you get there with 2, incredible value and usually just closes the game out. We got to late game, and I was level 9. We got there. I'm going to play 1, and I had a Lifrith on the board with it, and I already had the second one. The entire time from the first one that I played, I held on to the second one because I realized what he was probably going to do is he was going to go a couple of turns until he could go dude. And then I was like, word? Blow those 2 up.
Second Neo Zeong.
It was there the entire time.
Yep.
I use this to start the clock and make you respond. And then when you have to overcommit, blow it up.
Yeah.
We talked about a card that's coming out. Rosen Zulu was in with the unit packages. If you don't know this effect, it shoots for 1 always, but it can shoot a repair unit for 3. This has been in and out. This is mostly here to cheat in with the full frontal effect, because it is level 4, but it costs 6. I have never, in this list, gotten the like cost reduction to happen for the card. Mm-hmm. It's like maybe it'll happen by the time you get to Neo Zeong, maybe. Right. It's the card that's going to get cut for the overwhelming pressure.
Gotcha.
I think that's, again, the only edit. If we're running Kshatriya, we got 4 Merida.
She deserves what she got.
Wow.
That's a hot take in the video.
I can't believe he said that. She is a nice lady.
She was a nice lady.
Wow. 3 full frontal. And then the last one's Inspector, Gaze Capra. This is just a solid anti-aggro card. A lot of times this is like a 1 mana, you can kind of think of like a 1 mana Kshatriya ping with like ping ping. We're on the little guys, right? On the tokens, whatever. Mm-hmm. I haven't played it into any league militaire in any big games, but all of the parts tokens, so many of the tokens that get made right now are 1 health and get hit by this. This is a card you really want to see against aggro. It's an emergency link because it's a cyber new type and it's +1/+1, which is just so solid. But this is also a card that you're going to throw away a lot to overflow. Yeah. I'm not in the matchup where I need it. I don't particularly need like the link that doesn't do anything, but
nice to have when you have it, but also a good throwaway for overflow, so you're not throwing away something else.
Exactly. This is a great utility card, but if you don't need it, you don't need it.
Yeah.
But a lot of times when you need it, you need it.
Yeah, for sure.
You need it to stabilize. I think this is just a super solid card, and the cyber new type tag on it just extremely relevant for everything we're doing. That's it. All right. That's all.
And so all in all, so that is it for the list. So you talked about the swap that you were going to make, but you obviously already talked about it and everything, the overwhelming pressure for the 2 units and everything. So all in all, after playing, because we played 2 new types back to back, because that was another thing we didn't discuss. You also went 3-1 last night, got 3rd place in a new type last night.
Yeah. Almost got the back-to-back.
Almost back-to-backs.
Yeah.
So after 9 rounds with this deck, just real quick, any last minute things, like noteworthy things that you might update or change, obviously other than the overwhelming, or how does the deck feel?
The deck feels really good. And like I said, the only thing that feels a little sketchy sometimes is the Rosen Zulu felt a little awkward. High health and repair, obviously a little bit of an issue sometimes. You really got to be able to end it on that turn. So the O is a little tricky. Just Grandpa's, new Delta Plus with Gritty and everything can definitely be a little rough.
Sure.
The one thing I do want to note is the mulligan strategy for this.
Which should probably be pretty good for people that are not familiar with the deck or haven't played it and are looking to possibly play it.
Yes. So I'm gonna pull out what I think might be kind of an ideal hand. This is kind of probably what you're looking for. No close combat. Close combat is a good security blanket. One of the things I'm looking for is a minority in my hand of burst cards.
Gotcha.
If I have 3 non-bursting cards and 2 burst cards, the hand better be pretty good. I'm not overwhelmingly going to be able to burst. I can't really guarantee it, so I got to be really careful with the hands I keep. So seeing a striker pack, seeing Battle of Aces, seeing these cards that I really, an extra base, these cards I really do want it to burst, I really need to make sure that they are in my shields and not in my hand.
Yeah.
So if you have 3 burst cards in your hand, I kind of don't care what it is, put it back.
Yeah.
That's kind of it. Maybe with the exception of you got close combat and you got a hard read that they're on aggro, awesome. That's fine. Also, if you win the die roll, go first when possible. It's a very interesting deck. Obviously, we have Lifrith. We can play flexible and go second if we want, if they give it to us. But aggro is way less scary when they go second, generally speaking. Some decks can be really scary with it, but
you put them on an awkward curve.
Put them on an awkward curve, one guy at a time, and you can kind of handle that a little better. And you got stuff to do. You can play flexibly, but if given the choice, go first. Cool.
Well, thank you, sir, and again, congratulations on the
Thank
new
you.
type win. And then any last closing like shout outs, anything like that? I want to say thank you to Eddie and the Dragons HQ team for bringing us out, letting us film in their shop and using their space. But any shout outs you want to give?
Again, I always shout out the DFW homies. It was a lot of fun playing against them. Of course, teammate had to do the team kill. Always sucks, but
good.
Honestly, one of my favorite moment of this whole tournament was we just went and celebrated nearby at a restaurant. We just had some dinner, talked about cards, and had a really good time. I love this. I love the community. It's a lot of fun talking about cards, playing cards with people. A lot of really good time hanging around these people. So, just want to shout out all those people that went out of their way to congratulate me. All those people, opponents I played against. It was always a lot of fun. So, hopefully I'll see you all around. Obviously, got to shout out the Dragons HQ too. We are literally here, hanging out. Maybe you can come out and see us on Tuesday nights.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, thank you, sir, and again, congratulations, and I appreciate you. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next one.